Hey guys, stick around for a brand new episode of BVTV
Coming right up.
Hey guys, welcome back to this week's episode of BVTV. I'm Shauna Mock.
and I'm Alicia Gamboa.
This week's episode is going to be a little bit different and a little bit shorter due to some technical difficulties in our computer lab.
This week we interviewed Robert Jernigan on his experience in the U.S. Air Force in honor of this year's Veterans Day.
This week I went over to Robert Jernigan's house to ask him some questions about his time in the U.S. Air Force.
Because I wanted to fly for a living. I wanted to be in the military.
Robert went into the Air Force after graduating college in 1968. He was stationed at Randolph Air Force Base where he was a Medical Service Corps officer until he went to flight school at the same base in 1970 and graduating in September 1971.
The Air Force, because my dad was in the Air Force, my brother was in the Air Force, and I had some other relatives that were in the Air Force.
His first assignment was to Vietnam, flying the O-2 as a forward air controller. Basically, he flew low and located the targets and marked them for fighters to come in after him to drop their bombs.
Pilot, combat, and also as an instructor. Over a 20-something year period, I did various jobs.
When he came home, he was stationed at the Mather Air Force Base in Sacramento, where he flew the T-29. He basically flew navigation students around like a flying classroom. From there, he went to Blytheville, Arkansas, where he also flew the T-29.
Most memorable would be the year I was in Vietnam, flying combat missions in Vietnam.
At this point, he had a break in service from June 1975 to 1979. He went back into the Air Force and was assigned to the OV-10 in Germany, also as a forward air controller.
Besides Vietnam, we went to Germany, Spain, and stationed multiple bases here in the U.S.
After his tour in Germany, he was sent to the Dyess Air Force Base in Abilene, Texas, where he flew the C-130 from January 1982 to 1984.
By telephone.
They let you call? I thought you had to write letters.
Right? What? No. Back in Vietnam, we could call. Yeah, the day I retired was just they'd had a party for me and a couple other people that were retiring the day before, and the next day I was retired and we were leaving the base.
Then he went to the Williams Air Force Base as a flight instructor in the T-37. He transitioned over to Chief of Airspace and then the T-38 in functional check flight, where he tested the planes after maintenance.
Highest I've ever flown, probably just a little bit over 50,000 feet. I became a stockbroker. We moved back here to Phoenix since all the children and grandchildren were back here.
For his final assignment, he was stationed at Columbus, Mississippi doing functional check flight on the T-37 and an executive officer for the Chief of Resource Management for the base. He retired in June of 1993.
Well, like I said, it gave me more structure and a regimen for me. You know, plan ahead, decide what I wanted to do, manage my time, things like that.
Thank you, Mr. Jernigan. The weather's actually really nice today, so let's hear it from Maddie with our weekly weather report.
Hey guys, it's Maddie and I got the weather, so I do the weather. Hi guys, it's Maddie and welcome back to your weekly weather report. So this week, we're gonna jump right in as always. Anyways, the high for this week, it's a really good high. It's like 60 to 70 degrees. That's good. That's like really good. That's like Christmas weather. I'm excited. The low, it's a shiver me timbers, 40 degrees. That is real good. That's like North Pole type stuff. Anyways, back to y'all.
Thank you, Maddie, for our weekly weather report. I know our athletes are really enjoying this weather as their seasons are slowly coming to an end. Here's William Waddington with the weekly sports report.
Hey guys, it's Will with your weekly sports update. Swim competed at state last week. Here's some clips for that.
I remember you celebrating
Last week, our varsity football team beat Red Mountain in our homecoming game. Tonight's senior night against Mountain Point, and don't forget to wear your jerseys. Thanks for tuning in this week's sports update. Back to you.
To close this funky episode, we wanted to do something a little fun, so we decided to make Rice Krispies treats, so let's go check it out.
Hey guys, welcome to the very first episode of the Shauna and Alicia cooking show.
Today we're going to be making Rice Krispies, and it's a super easy thing to have. So let's get started.
COVID exists.
So we're going to put on
sanitizer.
hand sanitizer so our hands are clean.
Wash your hands. But hand sanitizer works. So just use the hand sanitizer.
So the first thing you want to do is get 3 tablespoons of butter and get a saucepan and put it on low heat and start melting the butter.
No, they have a bunch of poo clocks, don't worry, it's gonna go off every 30 minutes.
Okay, so we're gonna take our saucepan over to the
Go medium. I don't.
While we are waiting for the butter to heat up, you are going to need basically a full bag of marshmallows, and then you're gonna need 6 cups of Rice Krispie treats.
Boom!
We're doing great over here.
She's melting butter. So this is 2 cups. So we need 3 of these.
You're gonna edit like most of this
Yeah.
stuff, right? Okay, so our butter is melted, and we're just gonna dump this whole bag of marshmallows into the butter.
I've never had these by itself before.
Where's the butter?
Where's the flavor?
That.
And we wait. Okay, we're gonna remove the marshmallows from the heat. It's really hot. Remove it from the heat. Make sure you turn your stove off. We're gonna start adding the Rice Krispie treats while like mixing it in. You know what I'm saying? So let's start.
Anyways, the extra heat that's coming off of your Rice Krispie treats with that butter and marshmallow that's already mixed is gonna melt the butter that's in the pan. Okay.
It's getting.
I don't know how.
Cheers. Thank you guys for tuning into this week's episode of BVTV. And remember, students, be kind
Show integrity.
and be respectful. Have a good weekend, Bulldogs!
Yeah.
She's a Mona Lisa.